Alrighty. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Nexus Season 1 of Outfit Wars, the Emerald semifinals between GOBS, Goblin Jumpers, and 2RAF, the Second Republic Assault Force. My name is Qaztar, and I'm joined by my co-caster, Otto. Otto, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great as well. I'm excited to see this match. I think it's going to be a fun match, regardless of how I maybe think it's going to turn out. But before we go into all that stuff, before we start talking about these teams and how they've done in Outfit Wars so far and what we expect out of this match, I'm going to quickly go over some of the rules and the bases just for anybody who may have potentially missed that. I think the number of people who fall into that category is probably very slim, but just in case, I'm going to go over it anyway real quick. So, this is Nexus on the background there, and the rules are that it's the red team, the alpha team, versus the blue team, the omega team. I have those kind of switched, but GOBS is on blue, 2RAF is going to be on red. There are no bastions nor colossi allowed on the Nexus, but all other outfit resources are allowed. So you're going to see anvils, you're going to see facility modules, you're going to see orbital strikes, you might see a couple steel rains, who knows, but you'll see at least some of those things. You start on balanced warp gates, so both sides of the map are pretty symmetrical. And there are three neutral bases in the middle. You're seeing those on your screen right now. You've got Granite Head, you've got what is it called? The SATCOM hub, that's what it is, and Bitter Gorge. And there's going to be no construction on this either. This map was not made for construction. There is no cordium. Ants are pullable, but of course you can't build any bases with them. And it's a 48v48, one platoon versus one platoon from each outfit. There is a 20-minute prep phase that we are in currently, and then it's a 45-minute game at maximum. Either you win by taking your opponent's Nexus base, or you win by having the most territories at the end of that 45 minutes. The Nexus bases are showing on screen now. And the stream is also on 1 minute delay, so that's just to prevent any potential accusations of foul play, really, because actual foul play happening is very, very unlikely. But just in case, we have that 1 minute delay there, and we'll also only be looking at the work dates in the last minute to prevent any potential suspicious things going on. Alrighty. So, this is going to be 2RAF versus GOBS. Right now, maybe I'm crazy for saying this, but I feel like GOBS has the upper hand. What do you think, Otto?
Yeah, I think so as well. Their infantry play and their air play was really impressive so far.
Mhm.
I'm not so sure if they used too much tanks. I haven't watched too many GOPS games so far.
Yeah.
Turaf also has some decent pilots, I would say. So there will be a big air opener, I guess, for both outfits, which will be exciting to watch. But yeah, overall, I give it to GOPS as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think, look, these are two really great teams. These teams both made it to semifinals, so there's no doubt in anybody's mind that these teams are worthy of being here, that they've put in a huge amount of work, that they have really strong players. 2RAF, yeah, they have got really strong armor. They've got really, really great air pilots, especially because they've joined up with Orax for this Outfit Wars, so they've got some sort of folks from over there that are helping them out with that, and they've got really strong infantry as well. Um, with that all being said, GOBS is yet undefeated. They've played Recursion, they've played B-Way, they've played these really, really difficult outfits, and they've just won again and again and again, and not just even by small margins, but commanding victories against these extremely strong outfits. And I believe 2RAF did 2RAF play Recursion earlier on in one of the earlier matches, or one of those other fights? I'm pretty sure that GOBS has beaten an outfit that has beaten 2RAF. So definitely GOBS is the favorite here. And I think both of these sides, neither of these sides have any illusions about that. I think what's going to be really interesting to see is how does 2RAF try to stay in the match? How do they try to put up a good fight? What are their goals going to be? How are they going to try to use their vehicle play potentially that is maybe their strong suit against GOBS? It's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see. I'm mostly looking forward to this opener actually, in my eyes.
Yeah, same. I'm. I hope that Turaf will find some ways to bring in force multipliers to give GOPS a good fight.
Yeah,
I think GOPS is really known for the infantry level. Their infantry skill is really high,
right.
probably one of the highest in planet sites. It's really tough to fight them on live, right?
Yeah,
Maybe you
totally.
have more
Oh
experience
my God, yeah,
because
I've run into them a couple times. I had the pleasure of running with B-Way a little bit back just for one night, and when you see that squad of green camoed Jaeger pros just dropping in on you, you're like, well, it's death time. It's redeploy.
yeah.
I'm out of here because you are not gonna win that fight if they're all there at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah, same goes for me when I played with VKids a couple of months ago. Yeah, when the beacon meta was there, like the
Mm,
instant beacons, it was a mess against goblins. They came in back and back, and you had to kill them so many times
yeah.
to get them out of a point. They really showed how good they are in the infantry, and they often fought against 60 or 70% overpop and
Right.
kept the base. They're pretty well known for it.
Yeah, they are very impressive. They are the favorites to win this entire tournament right now. There is, of course, still VKTC and Recursion, who are going to be also be playing today, an hour from now. So definitely tune into that, or a little less than an hour from now, I guess. But yeah, those are both strong teams. Those teams can put up a big fight against GOBS, but we've seen Recursion already lose to GOBS just a few weeks ago. So it's definitely not going to be the the easiest thing for 2RAF here. But you know what? In saying that, I don't want to put 2RAF again. I don't want to put them down at all. They've won some very great victories. They beat us here at SKL. They beat us last week in a great win, and they're a really strong team. So, I think they're going to put up a fight. They're certainly going to try their hardest, but I'm sure they're also thinking, you know what? Let's come in here and let's have fun. Let's try to focus on enjoying the match against these really strong players and putting up as good of a fight as we kind of possibly can. I think that's most likely the philosophy that they're coming in with.
Maybe something that I want to bring up. What do you expect? Do you expect some armor in their openers? Because everyone
Mm.
knows the new tank weapons came out.
Oh,
I'm not sure
true.
too much if the NC or TR weapon are good or not, because I
Uh-huh.
haven't tried them out so far. I'm mainly VS player, so I only tried out the VS weapon, and I can tell it's a lot of fun if you come from behind.
Right.
Um, did you have the pleasure of trying out the NC and TR
I've
weapon yet?
tried them out a little bit, and I've just sort of read from what people's first sort of takes are about them. That the TR1 seems pretty strong. The NC1 seems kind of strong in certain situations. But that will be interesting to see. Yeah, I mean, I think GOB so far just has not really done armor at all. They've gone full with the meta of having lots of air. 2RAF last match, I'm going to be honest, they hard countered SKL by pulling just the right amount of armor to take out SKL's sort of full armor, no air push that we had tried that we beat VSTD with the week before. They've got some big brain plays at 2RAF, and I think they're definitely going to bring at least some armor, but they're probably preparing themselves for the massive GOBS airball that they're going to try to fight in the air and see what happens.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm
Alrighty.
kind of excited. 30 seconds.
Yeah, I think you know what, we could probably take a look at those warp gates now. I'm gonna pop over the screen
Yeah.
to the in-game. Also, real quick, just to show everybody, there's a weird pink thing over here. I don't know what that is.
Oh, I see some GOBS Reaver is stuck into the warp gate shield.
Oh, very good. I am seeing some 2RAF armor. There's one Sunderer and 5 Prowlers that are, 2 of them are equipped with the new weapons. I forget what that's called, but the four-barreled meme weapon that we've all been uh, hoping for quite some time now. Let's look at GOBS.
I forgot the name as well.
GOBS with the classic meta. They've I believe double pulled. This is a strategy of just pulling extra Reavers and leaving them in the warp gate so you can come back and get them for free later, while they still have nanite regen in this prep
That's
phase.
a lot of galaxies. A
Yeah.
lot.
So not all of these are piloted, but half of them at
And
least
some
are.
and some liberators as well. And Valkyries.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, they're going for a bit of a diverse composition here potentially. I think they're probably expecting a little bit of that 2F armor. That might be why we see those liberators out here. Um, but yeah, we'll see how this goes. All right, 10 seconds from the match start. Let's see. Honestly, what I'm thinking is let's see how long can 2F hold on to this match. But hey, maybe it's how long can GOBS hold on to this match. Who knows?
Are you following the GOBS guys or are you staying in the middle?
I'm going to stay sort of in the middle. I'm over on the GOB side a little bit right now, but I'll just sort of watch the clash happen
Okay.
over Granite Head.
I will
So is
follow
the
2RAF then.
right.
And a lot of them are moving to the Bitter Gorge side.
Interesting. I'm seeing a lot of GOBS move to. Actually, it's kind of evenly split between each side. Here comes the fight. Wow, yeah, the Bitter Gorge 2RAF fleet. Holy. Interesting.
Some are bailing out, and I think there's an anvil from both sides actually. GOBS has an anvil on Bitter Gorge and 2RAF. The GOBS Sandra I think trying to... No, not yet. I thought he was trying to get down to the stairs, which is a sneaky little sun replacement that you can take. It can't get air to ground shield, and tanks have a hard time shooting it there. You kind
Gotcha.
of have to drop some people with C4.
So I'm looking at this air fight right now. I think GOBS has the upper hand. It kind of looked like 2RAF maybe had it for a little bit there, but then some coordinated Reaver movements came in. Here comes the 2RAF armor now, obviously equipped with some Skyguards, some anti-air capabilities. They're going to start peppering up. I guess that was maybe kind of the idea of going fully on Bitter Gorge, sort of bait in the air and then try to take him out from the ground. But yeah, it looks like 2RAF air is all but spent here.
There's still some mosses getting pulled, and they're coming in, but they're quickly getting dealt with.
Yeah. So far, nothing. Not a single person at Arazak Satcom Hub. That is hilarious, actually. There is literally not a single person here in this entire hex. They're all on Bitter Gorge and a little bit on Granite Head here. Looks like 2RAF is all in Bitter Gorge, and GOBS
And
is maybe got a
the air
squad here.
hammers. The air hammers are coming in already at Bitter Gorge.
Let's take a look. Yeah, here they are.
Oh, actually, I think it's Gretchen who is in an air hammer, who is mainly from Cobalt.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
I had the pleasure of playing against her earlier, and sadly we lost.
Unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, GOBS is definitely as stacked can be. 2RAF holding strong with their armor force back here at B point on Bitter Gorge. They're going to have to deal with these air hammers, but they do have the anti-air capabilities still active in order to do that, so might not have to deal with too much air hammer spam.
And I'm having a quick look at the Granite Head Reactor right now, and it's only GOBS here shooting each other because they are bored.
Amazing. Yeah, 2RAF is definitely all in on Bitter Gorge, which is interesting. I mean, I think it makes some sense for them trying to stall. Obviously, having Granite Head Reactor is, as we've seen, a massive asset during these matches just because you can always be attacking different bases or putting your opponent on the back foot. But I think, again, sort of 2RAF's idea here is just we want to take something. We want to hold some bases. But they're going to struggle here. There's already GOBS dropping in on this point over here at Bitter Gorge.
Does Turef still have a spawner? Oh yeah, they have one behind B.
Yeah, they've got a couple sunnies back here. They've got some galaxies up inside of a Citadel shield, just kind of chilling. Which is interesting. They've got a lot of logistics, but not a lot of infantry on the ground, maybe. Hannibal Forge and his squad. Potentially his squad goes down. They got a GOBS Max pushing into the B point over here. 2RAF dropped a squad behind, though, over here on C, but it's already getting kind of pushed off. They did kill a Max here, though. That's good for them. Let's take a look at these other bases. Arazak Satcom Hub still not being capped by either side. They have just fully decided that this base is just not worth it. There's a little bit of 2RAF there, maybe going to start a cap. Granite Head does go to GOBS.
Yeah, the Turef guy seems to sit there for almost a minute already without capping the point.
Wonder why, yeah. Here comes the first orbital already, a very early orbital coming down onto the A point here at Bitter Gorge. 2RAF wants this base. They want to capture. And they do get some kills with that. They're going to push in. Kaya, one of the officers, I believe, of 2RAF, going to be taking that. C point struggling and B point potentially struggling as well against these GOBS infantry drops.
It looks like Turef is going even in the air at the moment.
Yeah, I saw
both
that.
Both teams don't invest too much in the air right now. It's mainly infantry and armor.
Yeah. I think both teams have realized they're not going to be able to just farm each other from the air. They're going to need to sort of... Oh my god, the Bob and Weave over here by Tom NC. Just using his crossbow against these prowlers. Oh my god. David and Goliath. Oh, he goes down.
think it's the entire Turaf population right now on the C point, B point.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's pretty much all that 2Ref has they are throwing into this base. And it
And
kind of makes sense, yeah.
meanwhile, some Goblin guys are on Nexus Secure,
Mhm.
starting the cap there already. And it looks like Aerosec is starting as well now.
Seeing some interesting chat messages from Sarlo and GOBS, interesting about pumpkins. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think what the 2Ref play is right now is they're just saying, hey, let's see if we can take or hold on to Bitter Gorge, and then kind of deal with the Nexus stuff later. You can't get cut off from Bitter Gorge by somebody with Granite Head. Arazak Sackham Hub, you can get cut off, so I guess that's probably why they felt it was worthless. Next secure, if that goes down, then GOBS is going to go all in on the Warp Gate almost certainly. And we'll see how 2Ref decides to react to that.
And if Turaf doesn't clear Nexus Secure really fast, then Aerosec will be free for Goblins.
Right.
There's a lonely Stalker right now. There's a Turaf Stalker sitting here, waiting. But he can't cap because of the backup.
GOBS are methodically moving through the B point here at Bitter Gorge and have fully cleared it out. There was a number of 2Raf maxes, but they all went down. 2Raf also looks like their spawns got wiped out by a GOBS armor contingent. Wow, that is now pushing up already into Argent Pass. I assume 2Raf is going to try to fall back to Nexus Secure, maybe? They've already gotten back on that cap. All right. Here comes a full galaxy of 2Raf. Bound for Bitter Gorge.
It's only 40 seconds left at Nexus Secure, so theoretically there is a chance to steal the Aerosec Setcom hub. Let's see if Turaf is going for it.
2Raf did just drop about one squad, half and half on A and C on Bitter Gorge. Looks like they got C, but they may have gotten wiped off of A almost instantly. Yep. Little, little too late. Just a second after that cap went through. I mean, 2Raf not getting wiped, though. I mean, that's an accomplishment in and of itself against a team like GOBS. And 8-point flickering, but nobody here.
Half a squad of, or maybe it's even an entire squad of Goblins jumpers dropped on the point at Nexus Secure, but they're immediately getting wiped by the Turaf guys.
Yeah, 2Raf holding now solidly and Nexus Secure. Wanting to hold on to this match for as long as they can. One thing you have to say about 2Raf, they have the drip. Their players look cool as hell. And the green looks great, GOBS. You look fantastic. But 2Raf, they got some good cosmetics over there.
I don't see too many Halloween cosmetics. I guess people don't want to do the Halloween directive.
Yeah, not during the Alpha match, potentially.
I hoped for 48 versus 48 with crossbows.
That would have been very funny. 2F does have their Cloaked Sunday set up over here at Nexus Secure, and they are now solidly holding in this point. They're setting up a strong point hold. I think they know there's going to be some GOBS drops coming in here. Looks like there's already some.
Turaf is pulling a lot of air right now.
Yeah, I think they're going for air domination to try and slow down this enemy push. Okay, just one drop out of that. Call me fan. How are we looking overall on the map? So obviously that is a GOBS taking the first three bases, the neutral bases. They are now pushing into Argent Pass and Nexus Secure. Let's take a look at Argent Pass here. They've got a point hold here. It's not the most secure point hold you've ever seen, but it's going to be hard for 2Raf to push across here. But they do have some air superiority.
Goblins already has maxes on point at Argent Plus.
Yeah. And I'm looking at the kill count here real quick. It's actually, I mean, it's not as, the gap between 2Raf and GOBS is not as big as I was expecting. 2Raf has 232, I believe, kills to GOBS' 376. If I'm reading that correctly, it's a little bit small, but yeah, that's not terrible, actually. That's actually pretty solid. And if they keep that gap of maybe 100 or 200 kills, we've seen matches where the lower kill team has managed to win, like B-Wade versus VKTZ in that first match, and actually 1TR versus SKL in the first match, but it's definitely not the norm for sure. And we'll see if
There's
that's.
some interesting infantry fight going on in the cave behind Argent Pass.
Mhm.
Goblin or GOBS is pushing out behind in the cave to clear out the Sandra that Turaf placed. Looks pretty even. The GOBS Maxes got killed.
Gotcha. We're seeing 2F now making a push back onto point here at Argent Pass, and they are now in the room, clearing out just a couple of GOBS that were standing in here, and they've gotten back on point, interestingly. I wonder where the GOBS were. Looks like they're already pushing up from below, yeah, like you were saying.
Yeah, the GOBS guys got wiped when they wanted to go for the Sandy. Turaf had more people there, and I think the Bulldogs from the Sandy really helped out.
Yeah, looks like 2F does have a Sunday behind Argent Pass as well, behind the point they've been using, but it is now being targeted by air, so GOBS have definitely spotted it. Let's see. Point is a struggle. There is a GOBS max in here, and it looks like 2RAF is wiped out of point.
A lot of GOB air is coming in, wiping the Turaf air right now.
Yeah. Did you see a chat message who is GOBS? Just in case anybody doesn't know, GOBS is basically it is a Connery outfit originally, I do believe, but it's filled to the brim with extremely strong Jaeger players, competitive planet-side players.
Sorry to interrupt you. You hate to see it. A Reaver crashed into the friendly Liberator and flipped it, and they both died. Unlucky.
GOBS is not exempt from mid-air collisions.
That's some nanite waste, but I guess it won't hurt them too bad.
Yeah. We do have this GOBS gal just parked up here, bulldogging down into the point. That's actually a very smart position. I've never seen that before. That's good. Looks like 2F's air got mostly pushed back or reallocated into other stuff. And now we've got this sort of hovering half squad of mosquitoes. I think just trying to hold a perimeter of air superiority over their nexus, which obviously looks like 2F's already setting up here. They've got a cloaked Sunday set up behind point. They've got some people in anti-air turrets. They've got, it looks like some maxes and stuff already on point. They are already setting up here, even though they have not lost either Argent Pass or Nexus Secure. They know they're going to probably lose Argent Pass in the next 15 seconds, and then they're going to be holding on this base for the duration of the match, and they're going to hold here as long as they can. We'll see how they fare against the incoming GOBS push. Alrighty, and that is Argent Pass going to GOBS. Looks like there was another 2F push that did unfortunately fail to make it into point. Rest in peace.
Turaf is currently pulling a Sandra Nexus Secure, maybe to get a closer spawn option, but GOBS is already dealing with it.
Nice. Yeah, I'm seeing this big air fight over Nexus Alpha already. 2RAF pulling more air. They do not want to lose air superiority. And this is a smart play, because if you do not have air superiority over your own Nexus space, you are basically screwed, because your spawn point is here, the actual point room is there, and here's this massive open area that you can get air hammered to absolute smithereens if you do not have some air superiority.
A small GOB infantry drop came in at Nexus Alpha. 3 guys. But I guess they got wiped by the max on point. Yes.
Yeah.
All of them got wiped.
2RAF is already set up in here. They are ready. They are waiting. They've got a, looks like this is probably a logistics flash over here for spawning people in. And yeah, going to be interesting. Here comes the 2RAF air diving down, trying to take out some of the, oh, sorry, the GOBS air taking out some of the 2RAF air. 2RAF is fighting back. They do not want to lose superiority over this. Looks like more GOBS drops that are probably going to be cleared, although they take the roof, Smellborg. It's hacking the anti-air turrets.
I think GOBS got the cloaked Sandy below Nexus Alpha. I'm not entirely sure because it's cloaked and I can't spot it. But yeah, there are GOB guys coming from, so I guess it's a GOB cloak bus.
Yeah, looks like they've already got 37% pop in this hex. And yeah, they're pushing from this side. I think you're right. They must have some kind of logistics. Yep, they've got actually a shielded Sunday underneath the Nexus Alpha. We'll see if Turaf spots that or brings armor out to take it out, or
So
not sure.
then they have two. They have a cloaked and a shielded one.
Ah. Oh yeah, you're right. Here's the cloaked one on either side. That allows them to come from multiple angles. That is going to be tricky for Turaf to deal with. This is a difficult room to hold.
Looks like they are pushing from the southeast slowly in, but the maxes are brutal.
I see a lot of GOBS maxes pushing in on the inside. Let me see if I can get in here.
Yeah, there's monsters.
Here come the burster maxes.
Some competitive planet side.
Absolutely. Only the best competitive planet side here. Down goes one of the GOBS maxes. Actually, two of them looks like. Turaf being diligent with their C4. These side rooms, though, are already sort of being occupied by GOBS, so that's going to put constant pressure on the point.
It's a really impressive pushes where maybe 12 guys and they made their way so close to the room, to the point room.
Yep, and they're starting to jump in now. Turaf numbers dwindling in this point room. Maxes are going down. There goes down one, and here comes down the other. And that is GOBS in the Nexus room. The countdown starts of 7 minutes.
It looks like the Turef maxes were mostly unsupported, which is a shame.
Yeah, I think all the supports died and didn't have the medics to get them back up. Turaf now pushing out from the spawn room. GOBS does not really have enough air dominance to really stop them, so that's good for Turaf. They've got a good consistent spawn that they can rely on, at least for now. Is it going to be enough, though? Okay, I see a couple Halloween masks. I like that. I like the festive spirit. Alrighty. This choke point.
Infantry push coming in from
Yeah.
Turef.
But the max stays up.
Couple maxes, yeah, but not too many maxes. Oh, there's a lone max not getting revived. Ah, come on, some medic, revive it.
Gretchen.
Oh, and it redeployed. That's 450 nanites wasted.
Ouch. Gretchen and Quint are both keeping up Viken's max here with double repairs constantly, even when he's not damaged, just keeping him at max health, perpetually speaking. Interesting strategy. I think it makes sense. You know, if you can keep those, if the engineers aren't going to die and the maxes can protect the engineers, then having multiple engineers on a single max, it's worth it. We've got the GOBS lightning in here. Oh god.
And the GOB infantry is pushing out now, trying to set up the spawn camp.
Yep. They absolutely are. And I'm sure the Turaf Sunday went down. It did. Turaf has a new Sunday now behind the base. But I don't know how long this is going to survive. It is in a bit of a precarious position. Definitely GOBS can get up top, toss some C4 down. There goes one. There goes two. And this Sunday is down.
What do you think this or has Turef to do to get back on point?
Oh, they have to do so much. They have to do so much, and that's what makes this so hard. They have to get these spawns underneath the base taken out, and then they've just got to hit at all angles with max strength, right? They've got to save up nanites, get like full maxed out squad potential, and then come at every angle with, I don't know, at this point gal drops probably, and try to break in. But then it's how long can they hold on to that, and it's very quickly spirals out of control, as we anticipated. They're not getting ground pounded, at least for right now. A little bit, actually, by this Liberator, but Turef has some air that's providing some support, but they are still getting spawn camp because this GOBS force is just too strong and is holding forward.
I think Turef is doing a big mistake in not pushing coordinated right now. The Sandras and tanks are trickling in alone, or one by one, and they are getting dealt with the Vanguards of GOBS.
Yeah, those Vanguards are going to be strong defenses. Giraffe.
Oh, and I see a new NC tank weapon
Oh yeah.
getting used. Yeah,
Very
with
nice.
Mjolnir on top. Interesting choice.
Giraffe trying to get another Sunday in, and it's already dead. GOBS ready for that. But they do have a Sunderer beneath, but it's getting orbitaled. That's going to be tough.
Ooh.
They're Valk dropping in. They're putting on pressure. They don't want to lose this. Not so soon. This is their last Alpha Wars match. Not yet. Oh, the Sunday dies. Oh, even though it was deployed, it dies anyway. Must have been on low health from those Vanguards, and everybody inside of it goes down. A shame.
The new tank weapon is amazing.
Oh, is this it here?
And they repaired.
Here come the Prowlers. Giraffe has now 2 minutes and 40 seconds to get on this point. That is not a lot of time. It's not nothing, but it's not a lot of time. They would need a miracle now to get back into this point, and certainly they would need a miracle on miracles to have a chance of winning this. If you look at the stats now, we see GOBS has made it up to the 1,000 kill count, and I believe that's Giraffe at 600, 500? I need to have my my UI bigger. Actually, less. Looks like that's 500.
Ooh, the NC maxes are brutal.
Yeah, as they always are on live as well. GOBS chose the potentially the strongest faction in the current meta for their competitive season.
I think NC is far ahead of the other two factions. Maybe TR is not too far away, but VS really
lagging
really
behind
lacks
right now in some of the equipment. Yeah. I don't think you're totally wrong. Please note, viewers, that we are both VS players, so.
For Outfit Wars, I was playing TR on Cobalt, but yeah,
okay,
mainly
fair.
VS.
Yeah, point is still solidly in the hands of GOBS. I mean, there's not a lot of GOBS in the point. So if Giraffe did a multi-squad, full drop, everybody in all at the same time, and here it is, actually, they might get on point for a little bit. But then the GOBS rotation will come in and will most likely be able to push them off. But GOBS reacting immediately, pulling back. They know where Giraffe is coming from. They are ready on these doors. The Giraffe platoon surges in. The Resonades go out. It's competitive planetside time.
I wonder did Giraffe already use an orbital?
They did, yes. They used one.
Yes.
They haven't used their second one yet, but that is a wipe.
I think they maybe should have used it and then try to push coordinated, but it's already always easier when you just watch and don't play yourself.
Exactly. There's a hectic fervor going on in those Giraffe comms, I'm sure, to try and crack this nut. They're now respawning again at the spawn point. 20 seconds left. They just need to get on point, but the Giraffe, the GOBS defenses are too good. Oh my god. Some toxicity in the chat. None of that.
Don't smoke. And now the orbital is
Here comes
coming
the orbital.
in, I think a bit too late.
And the GGs come out from the bulk of these two teams, even if it was a little toxicity there, just on the end. And 2F goes flying into the stratosphere, and we will see them again next year, or whenever, I guess, whenever the next Alpha Wars is, in their next battle. GOBS remains on the ground to continue on in the finals next week. Alrighty, that is a big GG. Good work to 2RAF. Good work to GOBS. 2RAF put up a really strong fight. Honestly, they did. This is literally the best team in the tournament right now. GOBS
is.
Yeah.
It would be cool to see all the winners play it out at the end from the different servers, but I guess that's not awesome, doable.
Yeah, the scheduling for that would be a nightmare, I'm sure. Um, but all right, that is that. That is a GOBS victory. 2ref, congratulations on making it to the semifinals. And if I'm not mistaken, 2ref actually does play next week for 3rd place.
Yeah,
Do they not?
right. Yeah,
Right.
they should against the loser of who's playing again? VCats versus.
VKits versus Recursion. Yeah.
Ooh, that's gonna be a banger as well.
That's going to be a banger. That's coming up in just a little bit here. And unfortunately, I do have to head out pretty soon here, so we're not going to be able to do interviews. I think Deeg might be streaming, and you might be able to do interviews over on that end. And I'm sure also there's going to be some other post game interviews going on from various streamers that the folks can tune into. But once again, congratulations, Gobs. So far, undefeated again. 6-0 now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look. Yep, 6-0 with 2,326 points. Just
Impressive.
decisively. Wow. Alrighty. Well, Otto, thank you so much for co-casting with me. And
Yeah, thanks for having me.
yeah, it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Definitely check out the upcoming VKTZ versus Recursion match. That should be a really fun one. I'm excited to see the outcome of that myself. And yeah, everybody have a good day.
See ya.